Disclaimer, this happened years and years and years ago. We move. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Up On It. I'm Charlene. So the last video I put out was about the current situation and what's been going on across the world. What a time. This first 6 months of the year, what a time. If anybody does want any extra coaching, feel free to DM me, feel free to email me, stayinguponit@gmail.com or uponitcareers on my social media platforms. Today's video is a little bit interesting because it's about professionalism and being in the workplace. So I've been planning some lives with friends that I've done, and one of them, depending on when this video comes out, is or will be about being professional in the workplace. And I've got loads of different types of stories about this and little instances that I have encountered, gone through, where I've had to kind of rise above the emotions and just be professional. I just want to put this as a disclaimer. This happened years and years and years ago. It's nothing to do with my current role. This happened a long time ago when I was fresh out of university. So we move. Okay, so this video is all about how to deal with challenging work colleagues, because we've all experienced it. There are people that you will encounter in your life that you do not like, that do not like you, that don't understand you, that you don't understand, and you have to be in an environment where you have to work with them 8 or 9 hours every day, and sometimes for some of you guys on the weekends and even longer. So how do you cope when you do not get on with your work colleagues? Because we're grown out here, we're not petty. I'm not going to give any stories on YouTube. You could go on my Instagram for that. But what I will do is share some top tips about what I've learned and how to kind of overcome that. So here are my top tips. Tip number 1, even if it's personal, learn the lesson. So someone could be like drawing you out because maybe they feel like you're not doing something particularly well, or there's a particular skill they feel like you need to improve on. While it may feel personal or definitely sting, make sure that you learn the lesson from it. So maybe just take for yourself, how can I improve this? How can I make sure that I'm the best that I can in this? Don't let it become an emotional burden on you. Just think about the lesson that you can learn from what they've said, if there is one. Number 2, focus on the task. Most of the time, you know, you're trying to get something done at work. It's all about output and deadlines and what you're trying to do. Don't be distracted by the petty comments, or the atmosphere that's sometimes not pleasant. Just focus on, listen, I'm gonna come in, get my work done, do the best that I can, and go home. That is the most important thing. That's what you're employed for, that's what you're there for. Number 3, do, however, try and make friends with people who are actually cool. So have, you know, buddies or allies, even if you're not best friends, just allies, people who you know are not going to throw you under the bus, people who you know that if you need support, you can go, hey, can I just run through this with you really quickly, and they're not going to throw you under the bus. Next tip is on how to communicate when you don't know something. So sometimes when you don't know something, and I've been in that position, kind of get flustered because you want to get it right, but you don't know. How do you approach that? Take a breath and just say, do you know what, I'm actually not sure of that right now, but I will look into it. That takes away the chance for them to kind of come at you and be like, you should know this. You've told them that you don't know and that you're going to go away and look at it. Think about how you communicate. Try to take the emotion out of it and try to approach it logically. Next tip, if they really are bullying you or they're really getting on your nerves, write it down. So put it down in emails. Any email they send you, save it, have a folder for it. Everything that you have witnessed or experienced that may be negative, pull it all together, keep it somewhere so that one day you can pull it out and show them, because I promise you they're doing that too. The next tip, honestly, play the game. Play the game. There's no point in you creating a war with somebody that you're not going to work with forever. So if they send you something shady, do not respond immediately. Take a couple of hours if you need to, run it back through your mind, and then take the sting out of it and just say, thanks, we'll get onto that. And even if you want to be really extra shady, add a smiley face. Do not respond when you're angry, when you're mad, when you want to, okay? The next tip is actually to learn from them. So I remember in one job that I had, again, a long time ago, there was a girl, we just did not, okay, we didn't. And you know, I'm not very confrontational, but if you bring me an argument, I have to finish it. But I'm not very confrontational. I just kind of wanted to go and do my job and kind of go home. And she was just kind of, we just were clashing. I decided the strategy in my head was just to learn from her. So there were things that she did really well. And I was just like, right, by the time that I leave this place, I'm gonna be able to do what she does better. When I went to my next role, one of the first compliments they gave me was on something that I actually learned from her. So use your enemies to your advantage. It works well. If you really feel like you are dealing with things you shouldn't be, absolutely call people in for a meeting, have a witness there, go to HR if you need to, but have a witness there and make sure that you have expressed your issues with them. If all else fails, plan your exit strategy. Okay guys, those are my top tips for how to deal with challenging co-workers. I know that it can be really hard. I know that it can be really hard. But do the best you can. Back soon with another video. Make sure that you comment, like, subscribe, share the video and follow me at Up On It Careers for tips. I'll see you soon.